When it comes to creating a cozy space, most people have no idea where to start, and not too long ago, I was one of them. My home office, a disaster. My living room, even worse. But then I learned the game-changing tips I'm about to share with you guys, and my home office went from this to this, and my living room from this to this. With just the patience of time, choosing the right pieces, a few lighting tricks, and making a couple of layout tweaks, I was able to achieve this. With the same simple hacks, you'll completely change the vibe of any room in your home or apartment. Getting into it, the starting point for anyone on this quest is either of these two. The first group is those who are starting from scratch, and the second group is those who've already got a bunch of stuff and are looking to revamp the look of their home or are moving to a new apartment. Don't worry, these tips apply to both groups regardless of your starting point. Using myself as an example, a few Facebook Marketplace and IKEA trips coupled with eBay and Amazon finds set the stage for what turned out to be a mix of styles, with mid-century modern standing out the most. Now, I get mid-century modern might not be everyone's cup of tea, but regardless of whether you choose Scandinavian, Bohemian, Japandi, or whatever style you go with, the theme sets the stage for the cozy vibes to set in. Once you pick a theme, it usually has one dominant color which sets the tone, but your whole apartment or home cannot be one color, and that's why you find other pieces to balance it out. From there, contrast starts to become religion. Different textures, shapes, and colors bring out the visual interest. However, you need to understand what colors go well together in order to find the sweet spot between contrast and harmony. For those who prefer the mid-century look, walnut, brown, gray, green, and copper are some of the colors you can use. Then for those who lean towards Scandinavian and Japandi, you can use oak, taupe, orange, and pink to create a cohesive space. Once you nail the foundation, you're almost there. But if you want to take the coziness of your space to the next level, the real magic happens with lighting. Now, lighting is crucial, but if your pieces are not coming together nicely, it's like shining a flashlight on a pile of junk. No matter what you do, it will always look bad. You need a good foundation first, just like understanding the different types of lighting would make or break your space transformation. Let's start with natural light. We all get it. Whether it's through windows, skylights, or glass doors, natural light brings life to any space. But then, when the sun goes down, that's when artificial lights come in. Starting with ambient lighting, they are your overall mood setters. They are designed to illuminate your space, but they also have the power to completely transform the vibe. For example, the cut floor lamps in my home office and dining area, they set a super chill mood, making those areas feel relaxed and welcoming. The same concept goes for my home bar area, where the donut and IKEA lamps set the tone for a nice chill evening with friends. On movie nights, cue in the galaxy lights and the whole room turns into a relaxing escape. Now, let's talk about task lighting. As the name suggests, this type of lighting helps you with tasks. A few good examples in a home office setting would be a monitor light, which would help reduce eye strain, then a key light, which would have you looking clean in those online meetings. Oh, and let's not forget something like this curved floor lamp, which would also act as a task light when you decide to catch up on your favorite fiction book. Speaking of catching up, let's catch up on accent lighting. This type of lighting is used to highlight objects or architectural features that need some extra attention. For example, in my industrial shelving units, I used smart cabinet lights to spotlight some of my favorite items. In the IKEA Eket boxes, I used rechargeable park lights that highlight my rugby trophies, books, and some of the decor pieces I have there. Oh, and those floating plant shelves? Same deal. Park lights to highlight the greenery and add some visual interest. Over in the hallway, those rechargeable wall sconces draw your eyes to the mirror and in the dining area to the artwork mounted on the wall. To make the TV wall stand out, I've got park lights working in tandem with the Govee LED strips. In my home office, the nano-leaf lights make the desk area stand out, while the Govee monitor light and LED strip create a nice warm glow to the desk space. And let's not forget those corner lights that add a touch of accent lighting too, just like the LED strips underneath the vesta and behind the credenza. Last but definitely not least, let's talk about decorative lighting. This is where form meets function, or in this case, just looks amazing. While these lights may not be the most practical, they make up for it in their aesthetic value. We've all seen the mushroom and donut lamps pop up everywhere on Pinterest and Instagram pages. It's because of their aesthetic appeal. If you're looking to test out something different, you can check out these 3D LED wall art or something quirky like this scroll lamp. Trust me, they'll spark some conversations when you have friends over. Alright, now that you've got the foundation down and you're now an expert in the different types of lighting, let's dive deeper into something that will really take your space to the next level, the lighting temperature scale. Sounds complicated, right? Well, it's actually not as scary as it sounds. In case you didn't know, light temperature is measured on a spectrum called Kelvin, and it ranges between 1000 and 10,000 Kelvin. I know it sounds like we're talking about something out of a science fiction movie, but trust me, once you get this, you'll have full control over your cozy vibes. With the temperature scale out of the way, it's time to understand the categories of light color: warm white, soft white, bright white, and daylight. Starting with warm white, it's the golden child of cozy lighting. Ranging from 2700 to 3000 Kelvin, it gives off that perfect warm inviting glow. Basically, the lighting equivalent of a warm hug. Next up is soft white. This one's a little cooler and has a yellowish white tone. It sits between 3000 and 4000 Kelvin, so it gives you that soft, relaxing vibe, just with a hint of less warmth. Then we have bright white, which comes between 4000 and 5000 Kelvin. This one's sort of in the middle, giving you a bit of white and bluish tone. It's brighter, but still not as harsh as daylight. Speaking of daylight, you might think it's that crisp bluish light that screams morning energy, but nope, it's actually flat and sterile. The kind of lighting that you'd find in hospitals or giant open plan offices. Definitely not the kind of vibe you're going for in a cozy space, right? Okay, at this point, I bet you're leaning towards warm white. And if you are, you're absolutely right. Because it's the go-to choice for the coziest and most inviting atmosphere. Personally, I like it even warmer because that's what appeals to me. Alright, now that we've got the theme locked down, you're a pro at understanding the different types of lighting, and you're practically a lighting temperature expert, it's time to talk about control. Because, let's be honest, no one wants to spend 5 minutes flicking through switches just to turn on lights or turn them off. That's where smart lights and plugs come in. With just a tap on your phone, you can turn everything on and off. And if you want to take it a notch higher, you can use voice command via Google Assistant, Alexa, or Bixby. Now, that's the basic level of smart lighting. What I recommend is getting bulbs that allow you to change the temperature and colors to suit whatever mood you're going for. With control sorted, let's move to layering your lights. This is where things get interesting because it's not just about placing lights here and there. You want to create a natural, balanced flow of light through the room. And to do that, your light fixtures need to be placed at different spots and heights to ensure the light is properly dispersed. Starting with ceiling lights, don't make the mistake of relying on them as your main source of light. This will lead to unflattering shadows and that sterile, hospital-like vibe that we want to avoid. Instead, you want to use a combination of ambient, task, and accent lights. These three together create a much more flattering and inviting atmosphere. Alright, now that you've mastered lighting, it's time to bring some life to the space, and by that I mean plants. I know, some of you might be rolling your eyes and thinking, plants? Really? Trust me, they make such a big difference. This is my TV wall without the plants, and this is the TV wall with the plants. Notice how much more warmth and visual interest the plants bring? That's the power of greenery in your space. If real plants feel like too much work, start with 4 plants. They are a great alternative and still add a somewhat natural look. Alright, now that your plants are set, it's now time to finish your cozy home transformation with some nice scent. When it comes to scent, you can use air fresheners, candles, humidifiers, whatever works for you. Because the goal here is to make the space smell as good as it looks. Let's be honest, the last thing you want is the lingering smell of last night's fish dinner taking over your apartment. There you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed and found these tips helpful. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and click the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. If you're looking for more ways to deck out your home or apartment, check out this video. Until then, people of the internet, I'm signing out. See you over here.